Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pageant Sit Down. My name is Regina Lena, and I'm your host, and I am so excited for all of you to be here. It's been a lot longer than normal since I've seen all of you, since we had a different schedule last week, but I'm so happy for all of you to be here. I see that we have a few people tuned in, and it's probably because of our guest. I'm so excited to have our guest on. She has been part of my Galaxy journey as much as I hope that I've been a part of hers. She is none other than Junior Miss Galaxy North America 2020-21 and potentially 2022. Alexis, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I've known you for a few years now, but there are some people on here who may have never met you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Onofre. I am your Junior Miss North America Galaxy 2020, 2021, and 2022. I've been doing pageants since I was a very little kid, and I really enjoy them. So I hope you guys enjoy this interview.
Yes, and you've definitely been a part of the pageant system since you were littler than you are now.
Yeah.
So you've been doing glitz pageants, is that correct?
Yes.
So you did glitz pageants, and then your mom started her own glitz pageant.
Mm-hmm.
What has it been like growing up in the pageant spotlight?
I definitely, it's been an amazing journey. I've gotten to know so many people, and I actually still have friends from when I was little. I've been in pageantry for about 10 years now, and it really brought out a part of me that I never knew was inside of me, especially as a little girl, and now I'm very confident in everything I do. So I guess it's just something that helped me gain confidence in, what I stand for and what I do in life.
That's amazing. So do you remember life not being in pageants? Because I feel like you've been in them forever.
I think my first pageant was in Woodbine Mall, and I don't even remember that, to be honest. My grandma told me this when I was like a few years ago, and I was like, I don't really remember that, but I guess it did happen. So yeah, I don't really remember what it was like before, but yeah.
That's crazy. I've been doing pageants for 10 years, but I was 18 when I started. You were not 18. You're not even 18 yet.
Yeah.
So I guess you just spent your entire childhood, but it is something that I've seen you grow from tremendously, even in the short amount of time that I've known you. And I also know that your mom, she has her own pageants, which is Sweet Darling Divas. And I see you running around backstage with your mom and helping her. Do you see yourself becoming a pageant director, or is that all on your mom?
I definitely see myself becoming a pageant director. My mom we've had conversations about, she's like, okay, when you get older and I'm not able to do this business anymore, I'm going to give it to you because I want you to continue it on, because it's something that's grown a lot ever since it started, and I want to keep it going, especially because I know it makes her happy, and I know it makes other little kids happy. So I definitely see myself becoming a director in the future.
I love that. I cannot wait. And I know Sweet Darling Divas has a Mrs. and a Ms. division, so yeah. I'll be there one day. Don't hold me to it, but I might be. So Alexis, hopefully. Alexis, one of my fondest memories between the two of us was actually captured in photo, and it's one of my favorite pictures. It's of my crowning moment, and you and I are just making eye contact. That has been, I think, my favorite picture and moment that was captured. Just to see, we were always joking around, being like, oh, let's go to internationals together, and then it's happening. What was it like for you to, one, go to internationals and then now have this opportunity to go again?
It definitely was an amazing experience, and going again to internationals is not something that happens every day, and I'm very, very honored to go again. I really enjoyed it last year, and I'm very, very excited to meet new people and as well experience the white party and the pajama party again. I just really enjoyed it, and hopefully, maybe if I, win or take home the crown, I can go again and crown, my successor, or even come first runner-up and go again as a new title. But you never know, something anything can happen at this point, because it already
Exactly.
happened. I'm going again, and anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. It's true. So as a follow-up to this topic that we're talking about, a question from Instagram is, what will you do different at internationals since it's your second time around?
Something that I'd like to do different is definitely my interview. My interview was probably something that kept me from winning. I just don't think my interview was very strong. It was, I don't really remember what happened exactly in the interview.
Oh,
I I remember I did cry in the interview because I was talking about a very sensitive topic. And I hope not to cry this time. That's something that I'll do different. I think my stage was it was very strong, but I also want to come back with a stronger wardrobe.
ooh, I'm excited. And
Yeah,
it's okay to cry during interview because it shows who you are, it shows your emotions, it shows you being authentic. And I think the judges definitely saw something in you for you to be first runner up and now Junior Miss Galaxy North America. So you definitely pulled some strings there, Alexis.
yeah.
And I know you worked with Akaj a lot for the first time around. Are you working with Akaj again?
Yes, that's the plan. Colleges, they helped me get amazing wardrobe for internationals last year, and I loved it. Personally, I felt super confident in my wardrobe, and I already seen what my potential fashion wear and evening gowns look like, and I am beyond excited. And also, I haven't seen them in a while, so to go to another fitting, it's also a good chance to see them again because I really miss them. They're like family to me now because they've been a part of my journey for almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to see them again and work with them again.
That's so exciting. I cannot wait. And the best part is that I'm actually going to be with you this time at
Yeah,
internationals. It's going to be so much fun. Team Canada, Team North America is going to be huge,
yeah.
but that just means more chances at a crown and more memories to be made. So I cannot wait.
Neither can I. I'm very excited.
Me too. So Sarah is on here. She's Ms. Galaxy Sudbury. She says hello. Looking forward to meeting you.
I'm looking forward to meeting everyone at Canada Galaxy because I've seen quite a bit of people, on Canada Galaxy's Instagram,
Mhm.
and I'm very excited to meet all of you guys because I've also read the bios, and everyone seems very unique and very interesting. So I'm very
They are.
excited to meet everyone.
Aren't you happy you're not competing this year with them? There's so many people.
There are so many. I mean, I wonder what it's going to be like for Cindy to, run this pageant because there's over 100 people. And I've also
Mhm.
seen like the juniors, there's a lot more than there was in the past 2 years combined. So, it's probably going to be very, very hectic for like Cindy and everyone else to, gather everyone and, make the pageant make it happen.
Well, whatever happens, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see you. It's been too long
Too
since
long.
I've seen you. I
I
think the
need
last time I
social
saw you,
interaction.
yes, yes, I think the last time I saw you was
At my mom's
before your
pageant.
photo shoot. No, your photo shoot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, it's been forever, and I just can't wait to get together and be with everyone and see you and just to see how much Canada Galaxy's grown. Because you're right, the junior division, massive.
It's huge, and I've seen um, a lot of the junior misses. I've read their bios and everything like that, and it's probably gonna be very, very tough competition this year.
Hmm. For sure. And so I know that the juniors have a chance to go to internationals this year, but you've opted out to go, correct?
Um, no, yeah, I'm not going this year. I'm going next year. Just because, like I said before, the live stream. I just want to have that full experience. I want to be able to hug people. I want to be able to, hang out with them without having to wear a mask and sanitize
Hmm.
24/7. So yeah, I'm gonna go next year, and hopefully, COVID is not as bad as it is now, and I get to have that full experience.
Exciting. So, for someone who's been to internationals, what can you tell us or what can we expect at an international galaxy pageant? Because I have not yet gone and I'm so excited to go.
Well, there is a lot of people going to Canada Galaxy pageants, and what you're going to expect at internationals is going to be much more than at Canada Galaxy pageants. Internationals, there is a huge white party with a whole bunch, like everyone is there, and then there's a pajama party, and then there's like a lot. There's so many things there, and you might be nervous, obviously, to go to internationals because you're competing with people who also won their, country or state title. As well. You might be nervous because, obviously, if they won, then that means they're really good. But don't focus on being nervous. Just focus on the memories you'll make and the sisterhood and the family you'll be a part of.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait. You just made me more excited, and knowing that I get to go with you is even more fun. I can't wait. So, Alexis, another question from Instagram. Bear with me. So, you've been doing pageants since you were little. What is something that you learned about yourself doing pageants?
I've actually learned a lot of things, but one thing that I definitely learned about myself is how confident and also how motivational I could be. I know in pageants, standing with something that you're very passionate about is a very big, part of your title. And even outside of pageantry, I guess I'm just a very motivational person, especially with my friends if they're, having a very hard time with school or anything. I guess I'm just always there for them. And I can give, if you ask my friends, I can give the best speeches ever. I've been told that a lot, and I guess I'm sort of like a therapist now. But I've learned that I'm a very motivational person, and that when I stand with something, I'm very true about it and very passionate about it. So yeah.
I love that. And so you mentioned your friends and you mentioned school. What has it been like for you during this pandemic?
It's been very hard, especially online school. I procrastinate a lot in online school. But when I'm in the classroom, I can focus. I can focus very well. It's just new for everyone, and it's not easy at all, especially for the younger ones, because I have my little sister. She's been doing school online too, and it wasn't easy for her, especially because she has a short attention span. But honestly, being away from my friends and being away from that social interaction that I used to have, which is what I know is normal, it's been very hard for me. But I'm trying very hard at every single day to, I'm looking forward to the day that I can go back to school, be with my friends, and yeah.
That's exciting. But it is hard. It's hard for younger kids to concentrate. You're right. I can only imagine what your sister had to go through. And then you have all her toys and all the distractions, and then knowing that her sister is just down the hall and her mom is home. Oh my God, I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah. It was also very hard for me to, get out of my room during the day because I'm so used to being in my room. And, I'm very used to just laying in bed and doing schoolwork, which obviously it affected me as a person, and it definitely changed me because now I'm not as social as I usually am. I talk to my mom and I talk to my family, but I don't talk to them as much as I used to. I guess just all the cut off from social interaction made me a very a person introvert? That like to keep introvert. So yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully now that things are starting to open up and things are starting to get safe, that your little social butterfly will come out again, because you are such a smiley, lovely person, and I can't imagine you as an introvert.
I never imagined myself as an introvert either, but it happened. Hopefully I can start becoming social again. I've actually been making progress. I'm definitely talking to people more, but I still have a long way to go. I guess everyone's changed through the pandemic. Hopefully it's not just me, but I've definitely seen changes in other people.
No, it's not just you. Don't worry. I've definitely seen it too. And when I've interviewed some people or talked to people online, of course, I could definitely get a sense of people are a little bit more to themselves now. But you're killing this interview, so I think you
Yeah.
have it in you to be social again. Don't worry. So, Alexis, you've done pageants your whole life, basically. So,
Yeah.
for 10 years now. If you weren't doing pageants or if you're not on stage, what are you doing?
That's
And not lying in bed.
and not lying in bed. That's actually a good question. So, I've actually picked up recently the hobby of playing golf. I actually just yesterday went to a driving range with my family, and I found out that I'm actually very good at golf. I
Nice.
can definitely hit a golf ball pretty far, especially for my second time playing golf. Yeah, so I usually pick up new hobbies very easily. For example, drawing. Um, just any sport I've picked. I've actually been playing softball for 5 years, so I've also been getting back into focusing on that as well because the season is starting up again, and hopefully I can play this year because I haven't played in 2 years.
Hmm.
I also I like to sometimes I like to write lyrics. I don't know if
Oh,
that's nobody actually knows that about me, but I just
you
randomly just sit at
just
my
told it.
desk
You
and
just
just
told the
start
whole
writing.
world, Alexis. Do you realize that, right?
Yeah, I know. I guess it's something new happens every day. A lot
Hmm.
of people find out different things about me, and I guess it just makes me more me. Is that I like to try new things. I also like cooking and baking now. I've been baking Nutella cookies for the past few days for my siblings.
Yum.
Yeah, I actually have dough sitting in the fridge right now that after this interview, I'm actually gonna go bake those
Ooh.
cookies.
I wish you were closer.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely make them for you anytime. Yeah, so I've been testing out different things to see what I like. But yeah, golf is definitely one,
Mhm.
and just any sport.
That's amazing. Okay, so you write lyrics. Do you sing and play instruments to go with the lyrics, or is it just you just write down what you're feeling, it's in your head, and come up
I,
with something?
I just write down what I'm feeling. I've actually thrown a lot of my papers out, just
Why?
because I didn't actually know that they were lyrics that I was writing, and I just threw them out. And I was looking at my desk earlier today. I was like, oh no, I threw that out, and now I don't remember anything. But yeah, I don't really sing or anything or play any instruments, but I do write lyrics sometimes. I guess it's just a good way to express myself, just like obviously because now during the pandemic you can't do dance, you can't really do any acting or drama. It's just something that I like to do to express my emotions
Hmm.
because I think it's one of the easiest. It's not really easy, but it's something that you can just sit down and do, and it's very actually therapeutic. So yeah.
Wow. Well, maybe one day you'll become a composer and write your own
Yes.
music. And then I'll have you on the Sit Down with Scott again and we'll talk about your music career.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to do that in the future because what I'm aiming for in the future is definitely to be a doctor.
Oh,
I want to go to McMaster University, and I want to go to medical school, and I want to become an oncologist. This
wow.
is something that I talked about in my international interview. Obviously, at internationals, I want to become an oncologist because cancer actually runs in my family, and my grandpa had cancer, I think, 2 years ago, a few years ago, and it made me realize that cancer is no joke, and people are dying every single day because of cancer. And I lost my grandmother 2 years ago. I think last week was her anniversary of her
Mm,
passing, and when she passed away, it made me realize that obviously, like I said, cancer is no joke. It can take you
mm,
in a few days, and we didn't even know she had cancer until she was actually it was too late and she passed away. But I
wow.
want to do this mainly because it runs in my family. I don't want people to go through the same pain that my grandma had to and my papa had to. And I want to, help people fight against cancer. And I want cancer to be gone because I guess everyone wants that because everyone goes through something like that. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us and for being strong and vulnerable. And I think, you're a very driven young lady. And I think that because you have these passions and they're so near and dear to your heart, that whatever you put your mind to, whatever goals you set your mind on, it will happen. And there's this thing on the show where if you say what you want to be, you become it. This show is all about manifesting for some reason. So don't worry, Alexis, you'll get there. And I think, you're going to be a great doctor, or whatever you choose to become, whether it be a doctor, a pageant director, or both. You're going to do amazing things in the future. And I'm so excited. And I think it's so refreshing to see someone your age know exactly what they want to be and why they want to do it.
Yeah, I've been actually wanting to be a doctor ever since I was little, but obviously when my grandma and my papa had cancer, it made me realize I actually wanted to be a cardiologist before, but now I want to be an oncologist because it's definitely something that I'm passionate about, is fighting against cancer. I've always wanted to be at some form of doctor, and I'm also very into thinking ahead in my life, rather than thinking on the spot about what I want to be. Because obviously in the future, when you're in university or when you're in high school, you tend to change your mind, or even when you're younger too. It happens a lot because some people want to be a princess one day and then the next day they want to be an astronaut. But I'm very, very stuck to the idea of being a doctor. And it also sparked my interest the other day that I might potentially want to be a lawyer, but not as much as I want to be a doctor.
Well, regardless of what you decide to do, or decide, who you want to become, you are just going to be an all-star. And like you said, you are already a therapist to your friends. You're very motivational. Whatever you do, would be a actually, those traits are great. Being a therapist and motivational and being a great speaker goes with all things: pageant director, doctor, or lawyer. So, girl, you're good. I'm excited for that. Well, Alexis, there's this segment on this show, which is 5 tips from a beauty queen. And having 10 years experience doing glitz pageants, international pageants, national pageants, all of the above, what are some tips that you can give our fellow listeners?
I'm very prepared for this. I sat down for an hour thinking about what I could say. So, my first tip is something that you probably would hear often, but I'm saying it again, repeating it again, because it is definitely something that can help you in pageantry, is to always be yourself. I guess being yourself is the key to becoming successful. And when you're on stage and also off stage, people look for good personalities and unique personalities, because I guess it helps you become successful, and especially the judges can see when you're being yourself. And
Oh, Alexis, you froze for a second. Is she still there? Oh. Alexis? Okay, you're back. Okay,
I'll
continue.
I'll say it again. Being yourself, obviously, like I said, is the key to becoming successful. People, outside of pageantry, and as well as in pageantry, especially the judges can see when you're being yourself, and when you're showing your unique personality. It helped me, win the titles that I've won in my career. Just being yourself also helps you feel good and feel confident. My second tip is to make sure to be happy and have fun. I've learned in pageantry that pageants are not always all about competition. It's also about, the fun that you have, the memories that you make, and the family that you get to be a part of. And then my third tip is don't be nervous and don't be too worried, because at the end of the day, you always know that all the hard work that you put into it pays off, and the judges will love you no matter who you are, where you come from. Everyone loves you, and you are definitely loved, and the judges will definitely see something in you. My fourth tip is make sure to be prepared for anything, especially when you're going to a pageant, because wardrobe, it might not fit, or a heel can break. I know Liz forgot her heels at home Canada Galaxy the first year, so she had to run out and go buy them. That's actually a good example to, be prepared for anything that happens, especially at pageants. My last tip is to be happy no matter the outcome. I've learned this at internationals. Um, my friend Gianna actually won the title, and I was a little bit upset, not gonna lie, because I did work really hard for the title and I was very excited, but I did come first runner-up, which is also something to be very proud of. And also, you should definitely be proud of yourself because you went out on a stage, and not everyone can do that in their life, because a lot of people become very nervous and sometimes they don't have the opportunity to. So just make sure to be happy that you put yourself out there that day and you show the world what you can do. So yeah, those are my 5 tips.
And those are 5 amazing tips, Alexis, and it shows that you have accomplished so much. So, Alexis, if people had questions for you or wanted to follow your journey to internationals, where can they find you online?
So you can find me on Instagram and I believe Facebook. My mom runs my accounts at Junior Miss North America Galaxy 2021. I believe that's what it's called. I'm gonna have to check, but yeah, Junior Miss North America Galaxy 2021 on Facebook and Instagram. And I do have a personal Instagram. This is a very embarrassing username because it is one that I use for gaming, but it is Foolish Lex 13. So you can follow me on my main account to see, what my life is about, because you might see on my pageant account about all my pageants, but on my main account I like to post stuff about just me outside of pageants. So yeah.
I love that. So I'll put the links all in the description after today's show. Okay, you mentioned gaming, and I know a little bit during the pandemic. You did game with Scott John Brown and joined him on some of his Among Us. So do you still game on a regular basis as well, or is this something that was started from the pandemic?
So I really like to play Minecraft with my friends, and sometimes Roblox, not too much anymore because I become very invested in Minecraft. I like to play Bed Wars in Minecraft, so you have to break other people's beds and so it's like a PvP game, and I like to play it with my friends, especially my best friend. It's always, honestly, playing games has always been a part of me even before the pandemic, because it's something that I used to bond with my siblings, because my siblings really like playing video games, especially my brothers. Like, my brothers play, Fortnite. My brother plays Fortnite. I don't know why he still does, but he does. And then my
way to call him out.
Yeah. My other brother plays Rainbow Six and stuff, but ever since I was really little, I've always bonded over video games with my siblings, and especially now that I'm getting older, the friends that I play with, they also like video games, so it's also another thing that we bond over. So yeah, I really like playing video games, especially I don't really like horror things, but I like playing this one horror game because I think it's hilarious. I forgot what it's called, but it's Michael Jackson, and he's a horror character.
What?
So funny. So yeah,
it's so random.
Types of games. So yeah,
that's awesome. Well, your mom corrected it, so your Instagram is Junior, so JR Miss Galaxy 20. So again, the links will all be in the description after today's show. And Elizabeth is here. She says, hello, miss you, Alexis.
Miss you too, Liz.
I wonder if she heard you call her out, because I have myself muted when people are doing their top pageant tips, but I giggled when you mentioned her.
Well, she did, she does have a vlogging channel. I know she has a YouTube channel, and she actually mentioned that in one of her YouTube videos. I watched it.
Me too. I laughed at her.
I guess some people might know, but it's okay if you lose your shoes or something like that, because mistakes happen.
I think she just tuned in because she literally said she did what in all caps. So surprise! Welcome to the show, Elizabeth. So you in the the 2019 sisters, you all became really close very quickly. What was that like to have, because I know you've done other pageants where it's just you going solo, but what was it like having a team of sisters going together to internationals?
It was definitely really fun. I've made a lot of memories with them, especially fun memories, like really funny memories. They're part of me now. They're part of my family. They help me. They're also part of the reason why I am who I am today. Especially Casey. I miss Casey so much. Casey, my other half. I miss her so much. Hopefully I can see her again, because in the hotel, in the villa, we would like joke around at 3:00 in the morning because she couldn't get her lashes off.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was there's a lot of memories that we have, and another one is where Caitlin drooled on herself. She drooled on herself, and she got it on her spray tan, so there was drool marks on her arm. And then
that's worse because it's on your arm. It's not like, oh gosh.
Yeah, and then Liz.
Oh, she's gonna expose Liz.
To take off makeup when she got her spray tan. So
I can only imagine. It
was. I still remember those, and I think about them pretty almost daily. If I'm ever sad, I just think about the moments that we have together, and each and every one of them. I definitely miss them, and we each have memories. Like if it's just the two of us, especially, and also Ursula. Ursula is like, she's like another mom to me. She would in the villa. She would ask me math questions, because I'm like, I'm so good. She'd be like, how are you doing in school and stuff? And she would ask me math questions, and I'd be like, what's the answer to this, Liz? But yeah, all of them, they're very special people to me. So yeah.
I love that. I love how Ursula's teacher came out and was like, so, what's this answer? Oh, no. Well, I mean, you want to be a doctor, so she probably thinks you know all the answers to everything.
I don't, unfortunately, but I do plan on knowing the answer to everything in the future.
There you go. I love that. I love seeing, it's so crazy because I talk to Liz about this all the time, where I feel like I feel like I was part of the 2019 group unofficially, just because I was so close to you guys.
Yeah.
I just didn't get to go to internationals.
Yeah. You're definitely, especially on the podcast, that was a very good time especially when my alarm went off in the middle of the podcast. I still watch that.
Oh my god, it gets me every time where it's like, oh, is it time to wake up, Alexis?
Yeah.
Well, so for internationals last time, you were preparing physically, mentally, all that jazz. What are you doing differently this time around going into internationals, now knowing what you know?
Now knowing what I know. Internationals was definitely a while ago, and I don't remember what my brain was thinking before internationals.
Okay.
I'll just say I definitely think that mentally going into internationals this time, which I'm gonna definitely do differently, is that I'm not gonna. Well, I didn't really expect to win last time. Obviously, it's good to have a positive mindset, and if when you're going to internationals, because that's also another, that's motivation for you. But this time, I'm also not going to think about my competition, because when you think about your competition, it also affects your game. And I did definitely think about my competition last year, because there was a lot of very, very talented people there. And I just think it really affects how you perform overall. And I'm definitely not going to think about my competition. I'm just going to have fun. And then when it comes to competition time, that's when I'm going to, go big or go home. Yeah. So I'm definitely not going to think about what the competition is instead of having fun, because I think for me, I just kept thinking about, what could happen, the possible outcomes. And I didn't get all the fun that I wanted. Because I'm gonna blame myself for that because I was just thinking too much. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to do different this time, is just to not think about it and just have fun.
There you go. Well, just keep doing you. And like I said, I can't wait to be at internationals, wherever it is, with you, because this is something we've been talking about forever. I think
Forever.
since like 2018. So the
Yeah.
fact that we could finally go together, I'm so excited. And then
I'm
we could
so
we
excited.
we could redo that photo, but this time it'll both of us being in a crown. Just
Hopefully, very hopefully.
I'm so excited. Honestly, like you and your family, you and your mom are such great supporters, cheerleaders. I love both of you. I know your mom's watching. Can I just tell you, and I'm gonna say it on air. I remember it was nationals, and it was the Ms. division, and we were all standing there, and I didn't remember, or I didn't even hear how quickly Cindy was announcing the third runner up, fourth runner up, stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I hear your mom, "Here we go again, Regine." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh my God."
I remember that. I definitely remember that.
I was like, "What's she talking about?" And I did not want to cry. And I told myself, "Do not cry. Just that girl. Like, I just saw Nicole ugly cry. Like, I don't want to be that girl." And then you come running towards me, and I was like, "Oh, here we go."
I was very proud of you because I knew that it was the year. I knew it because I know last time you came first runner up, and you worked very hard, and I saw you on stage because after I I did my my fashion wear and my evening gown. Oh, sorry, no, my fashion wear first, and then it was swim. Like I would go by the doors, and I would just wait for you. I'd be like, "Where's Regine? Where's Regine?"
Oh my God, I love
And then
you.
after you were done, I'd go quickly run into the dressing room and change into my evening gown.
Alexis, you're supposed to be ready.
But I had to watch you. It was something that I was looking forward to.
Well, I appreciate you so much. And I remember even your mom backstage, like for swimwear too, she goes, "Do you need that?" I think I had a shawl. And she's like, "You don't need that. Put it away." I was like, "Okay." I left it. I left it at the venue and I never got it back, but it's okay. Because your mom didn't need it, so I guess I don't need it.
Yeah, my mom is definitely a pageant mom to anyone.
Yeah.
Whenever she can be a pageant mom, she can be a pageant mom. I guess she enjoys it. Especially when I'm not competing, she's just like, "Okay, Alexis, go do your thing. It's time to be pageant mom."
There you go.
Like, okay.
So I guess with Sweet Darling Divas, you both must really miss not being able to have an in-person pageant right now, right?
Yeah, so my mom was planning on having a fiesta pageant, and I was very excited for it because it was going to have a nacho bar, and I love nachos. I was very excited for that, and then COVID happened, and I'm still waiting for my nacho bar.
Me too.
But also, I'm waiting to see everyone there because I know the contestants that compete there, some of them are my friends, and that I've had a friendship with since my mom started the pageant, and I've actually met them through my mom's pageant. So, you know, I've missed them a lot. I don't really keep in contact with some of them through social media because a lot of them don't have social media. So, you know, I miss them a lot, and I also miss, you know, the memories that I get to make, especially at my mom's pageants. So, yeah.
Your mom's in the chat. She says it's okay to ugly cry. Okay. I'll ugly cry at internationals, okay?
I ugly cried, don't worry. I ugly cried when I got crowned.
You ugly cried? Yes, you ugly cried at your final. I'll ugly cry at my final walk, okay? I'll give you all what you're waiting for.
I'm gonna screen record it. If I'm not at Canada Galaxy pageants, then I'm going to screen record it when I watch it live, and I'm going to save it,
No.
and I'm going to send it to you.
Or you'll record yourself. Why is she not crying?
Why is she not crying? I told myself I wasn't gonna cry on my final walk, but I did because especially like right when Cindy came up to me and she said she hugged me, that's when I started crying because I was like, oh no, it's actually happening. It's my final walk. This is the final time that I'm going to be Miss Preaching Galaxy Canada. This is it. Because I wasn't really aware of it. Like everything was going by so fast, and then when I was just walking on the stage, I was just looking around and I was like, okay, this isn't so bad. And then Cindy comes up to me and she hugs me and I'm like, oh God, no, waterworks. It was, and then my mom,
Yep.
I still laugh about it because in that, I think in the live stream you can see that I'm taller than her. It's amazing because I've always wanted to be taller than my mom. Because I'm the shortest person in my friend group, so to be taller than someone is it's an accomplishment.
Are you taller than Cindy?
I think so now because I've been growing quite a bit.
There you go.
I might
It's an
be taller than
accomplishment.
Oh, yeah, I don't know for sure, but I might be taller than Cindy. Hopefully.
We'll find.
I can like pat her on the head and be like, "It's okay, Cindy."
Oh my God. Your mom, okay, I think your mom is finally watching our interview. She's like, and you didn't need that thingy. I know I didn't need it. She's watching. She's watching.
Yeah, no, I can hear it downstairs.
Oh, can you?
It's pretty loud.
It's okay. We can't hear it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, Alexis, you had an amazing reign with being a preteen Canada Galaxy 2019, and you did a lot in the short time that you had your title. Obviously, your title is a new title and it's been extended, but what has been one of your fondest and favorite memories being a Canada Galaxy Queen and being a North America Queen?
My favorite memories, I guess, like all my appearances, they mean a lot to me. Just all of them combined, they mean so much to me because I know that I'm helping out my community and also at the same time doing something I love. I love doing pageantry, and I also love giving back to the community. That I live in, and just any community. If they need help, I'll definitely help them. It's just been amazing, and to know that I'm making a difference in the world and in my environment, it makes me feel happy and it makes me feel proud of myself because especially when I'm older, I want to make bigger, changes. Especially because when you're older, you can do much more things, and I want to do as much as I can when I'm younger, so that I can do bigger things when I'm older. For example, find a cure for cancer, or help global warming. And if I can just do any little thing that'll help make a change when I'm younger, then I'll be proud of myself for it.
Well, you're doing amazing things, and your mom made me laugh because she said everyone is taller than Cindy. You're lucky she doesn't watch this show.
I mean, if she finds out that we're making fun of her height, I don't know what's gonna happen.
She doesn't watch the show. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No details on us.
Nobody. No, I'm just kidding. It's on the internet now. But no, I think it's great what your goals are and how you love helping out your community, because a lot of your appearances, yeah, you are going out in your community, you're doing fundraisers, you're volunteering, and I know that you were also part of the Black Lives Matter movement. You went out with a bunch of your friends. I see you're wearing orange today. I think it's amazing that, especially for your generation, to see someone like you doing and making moves the way that you do.
Yeah, I try my best to, encourage, my generation and kids my age to, get in their community and at least do something that they know will make a change. And even if it's just one small thing, it still helps. Especially because not everyone is, even in the pandemic, everyone's at home and they're just, they're playing video games or they're texting. And even in the pandemic, you can help. You can contribute to online fundraisers, and you can just do so much even in a pandemic. And because I've been doing it, and it might be a little bit hard, but as long as you know that in the end you will be helping someone or a cause, then it's definitely worth it.
I love that. And so you've been doing this for a very long time, like I've said a few times now. And
Yeah.
we're talking about your generation. What do your friends think about you competing in pageantry?
I mean, I guess my friends, they're people that have been with me for a long time. Like all my friends from my old school, I still talk to them, and they know me for me, not as a beauty queen that because toddlers and tiaras, it doesn't really, it implies something that we're not really trying to do. We're just trying to help out our community and also do something that we love and create a sisterhood. And at first, my thought that it was something like toddlers and tiaras. I was like, no, it's nothing like that. I'm trying my best to help in the community and also do something that I love doing and, become part of another family. And yeah, I mean, they're very supportive of me. They definitely congratulate me if anything. If I win a title or if I, do something good in my community, they're very supportive, and I'm very grateful for them. I'm going to send them this interview and let them know what I said. That even my new friends that I have my best friend named Nicole, and she's very supportive of me as well, even though we've only been friends for like 3 months. I'm very grateful for her support, and especially, and as well, my other friends' support.
That's
So, yeah.
amazing. Well, I think it's great because I know sometimes it is hard for girls your age to share about these things because you don't want to be judged or, like you said, toddlers and tiaras, and you've done glitz
Yeah.
pageants, right? But
I've definitely done it. Yep. I've experienced the stuff that people get when they do glitz pageants. I've got the hate before. I've gotten many things, but I fight through it because I know it's something that I love, and nothing can take that away. Nobody can take that away from me.
No, that's true. Well, I am sorry that you experienced all of that negativity, but you are a strong girl. And I think, now you have the people in your life who are not those people, who see you for you, who appreciate you, who encourage you and support you. And I think that's the village that you need to surround yourself by. And if not, you have me. You have the rest of Canada Galaxy. So don't worry about all those haters. They're just jealous.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to have, everyone that support me, especially the Canada Galaxy team, and, everyone that's been part of my reign. I'm very grateful to have them part of my reign because they're so supportive, and it makes me want to keep doing it in the future and make a difference in my community. Yeah.
I love that. So, okay, last thing, well, before we start to wrap things up, Alexis, if anyone was watching who, or your generation or in the junior division, who wants to compete, but they're anxious, they're nervous, they don't want the haters, they're scared of what they're gonna say, what's something you could tell them?
Something that I would tell them is that don't listen to other people and don't listen to what they say, because at the end of the day, it's something that you like and you enjoy, and as long as you like it, encourage yourself to do it. Even if you're nervous and you're competing against people who have been in the industry for a very long time, it's always good to try, and also practice makes perfect. Also, when you're doing, like, for example, Galaxy pageants and you're going out and making appearances, these type of pageants are the pageants that show people who think that pageants are something that's bad and something that's, for example, I'm drawing a blank.
Negative?
Yeah. These type of pageants are something that show people that that's not what we're about. We're here to make a difference, and we are here to change the world one by one.
I love
So
that.
do it. If you're thinking about doing it, go do it, because I'm already trying to encourage my friend Nicole to do it. And, she's a little bit stubborn, but I'm going to keep doing it because, we need more people that are my age to make a difference, and also change what our generation is seen as.
No, I love that. And now I see why your friends go to you for advice, because you're great at giving it and you are very motivational. I love it. Well, Alexis, thank you so much for joining us this evening and for sharing your story, sharing your dreams and your goals, and for just being here today and having a little bit of social time. One thing that I do You're so welcome. One thing I do want to ask, actually, I ask this to a lot of the people that are on the show, and you've been in pageantry for your whole life, so I'm sure you can answer this. If it wasn't Junior Miss Galaxy International, what would be your dream title to have?
That's a hard question, because there are a lot of titles out there that, that are very good titles. Definitely in the future, I want to maybe try doing Miss Universe, because I know Miss Miss Universe, the title is about changing, the world. And, if you have a bigger platform like Miss Universe that is very well known in the world, then you could make bigger changes and you can make, more positive changes in the world. So that's something that I definitely want to aim for in the future, Miss Universe. Hopefully represent Canada, because I know the last time a Canadian winner was in a long time ago. So I want to be someone that can make a change, especially from Canada.
I love that. Well, watch out, Miss Universe. Here comes Alexis. Watch out, Galaxy. Here comes Alexis. Alexis, thank you again so much for spending your Monday afternoon, evening, whatever time it is where people are watching with us today. And your mom says the whole house is watching, so hello, family. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, well, thank you again for watching, or for joining us and watching, everyone. To everyone who is watching, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. If you enjoy all things pageantry, make sure you subscribe to this channel as I go live every Monday and Wednesday for the Pageant Sit Down. I am so excited again, Alexis, for you and the journey that you are partaking in and continuing to go on. I can't wait for you to become a doctor because the world needs more people like you.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while now. And I've been watching some of the episodes, and I was very excited to come on this. And now that it's done, I'm kind of sad that you don't have to stay longer, but some people have things to do. So thank you so much for having me on here, and also everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, I'm sure they enjoyed it. I'm sure they enjoyed listening to your story because I did. I learned so much more about you at every time we talk. But I will have you on the show again one day, maybe with a new title. Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows?
But I am so excited to be on this journey with you as well, Alexis, and I can't wait to see all the things that come your way. Again, everyone, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye!
Bye!